The majority of our pupils do have home access, but for those that don't, we do offer opportunities during school time where children can come in and work on their learning platform.
Every student, when they enter into Warwickshire, is given an access right to the learning platform, along with their parents. The only difficulty with this is where you have homes where they don't have access to the internet, and there are still some, but students do have access in school, out of school hours. We keep our library open and students can go in there. We run after school clubs. Also, you can go in the local libraries and pay to go online.
We took a survey to see how many children didn't have access at home, and surprisingly, it was probably 2 or 3 children in each class. So we set up a laptop in the classroom that the children who don't have access to it can use at playtime and dinner times to do any of the work if they want to do it.
Pupils that don't have access to the internet are able to access all our computer rooms after school, but we also have a very vibrant personal learning centre here at Broad Green, equipped with 30 PCs. We also have laptops available as well. Because our school finishes at 2:10 and the PLC is open till 4, then there is plenty of opportunity for our students to do homework or catch up with things.
Lots of our parents do have a home computer and internet access, but not all our children do. We have a laptop with an internet dongle, which we send home. And in the first instance, it goes to those parents who don't have internet access or a computer. Our aim is to have one in each class. Lots of people say, how can you send out expensive ICT equipment? Aren't they broken? Well, by teaching children how to respect them, they look after them and the children are very careful with them. And sometimes you have to take a risk just to give children a chance. If we're proved wrong, then we won't do it. But at the moment, we haven't been.
Up to a maximum of 6 children in any class, and in most classes less, children do not have access directly at home. However, even those children who do have access at home, it may be they're competing with older brothers and sisters who have homework to do online. So online access doesn't necessarily mean that a primary school age child has the use of a computer when they want it. So we established from the word go an early morning and a lunchtime computer club and employed support staff to man those. We also have a small ultramobile computer. We are piloting an aerial that transmits broadband into the local area so our children can access our internet from home. If the aerial works, we'd like to move up to having 5 aerials around the school so that we can broadcast to the whole of our catchment area. We're interested in how much children are now getting access to the internet via mobile phones and to try and train parents as to how that should be used safely and intelligently to support learning.
In recent surveys, we've got about 95% of our families are online at home, and the 5% who haven't, we've been lucky enough to be able to give computers and internet access through 3G dongles free. That means that we know that all of our students can access the learning platform from home.
We're very lucky in school in that we were part of the government initiative for providing laptops to pupils. So we had about 200 laptops to give to students. The students with laptops also have Wi-Fi access paid for with dongles. So you'd be surprised how few of our students can't access the internet readily, but they can also do that at Homework Club anyway.
In 2007, we did a survey of our families to find out how many families had computers and internet connections at home, and we were really surprised to find out how high it was. 90% of our families were on broadband in 2007, 98% were on the internet, and we know that that is now much higher. But that doesn't mean that everyone's got a computer that's working or has got a reliable internet connection. So we will handle on a case-by-case basis families who struggle with access to the internet. We have a bank of loan machines which can be taken home with 3G internet connections, and we're working closely with government schemes like the Home Access Scheme to make sure that every child has the access they deserve.
When we first started to build a learning platform, that was probably the one biggest problem that I had at the back of my mind, was that in this particular area a lot of families wouldn't have access to the internet and the sort of software that we had in school. We found, and this is going back about 4 years, only about 40% had access to the net and the sort of software that we were using in school. So we've got a thing called Terminal Server, which means that students are able to log into the servers here, and that server has got a set of licenses for all of the software that we use in school. Over the last 3 to 4 years, the number of children that have got access to computers has gone up very rapidly. But in addition, the government has put a lot of money in through the Computers for Pupils programme, and that's meant that all those families who haven't had access to a computer now have access. So if I do that survey today, I'm finding that some 95% of pupils will say that they've got A, a computer at home, and B, some sort of web access. And if they haven't, we can normally provide it.